What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the B3 podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Matt GPT, and Tanner's back.
I am.
Yay. We have our show partners. Oh, hold on. We got it.
There we go.
Just a short one. We have our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. You can go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln. Yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
We also have Rosewood Block. They make the best cutting boards and barbecue. Fully customizable. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there. And D&D Beef. Get some from them. Cook it. Cut it up on your Rosewood Block board. Go to dndbeef.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there as well. I'm sure you can probably still get some meats from her before Christmas. She's pretty good about that. We also have Omaha Barbell. It's just a great place to be. That's all we need to say. Real
swell.
Yeah. That's all we need to say about that.
The internet says she was anywhere from 16 to 18 when they met.
Who?
Beyonce.
Oh.
And Jay-Z was 28.
Oh.
He's a scumbag. For sure. You know he's in a Diddy video or
Maybe.
no.
But if she was 28 and he was 38, it wouldn't be as weird.
No.
Right. Not.
But with, when they're 11 and they're 22.
I felt dirty just saying that.
Yeah. So Tanner's alive.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit last week. We didn't have all the details of, I had the scenarios of when you left.
Yeah.
So
Not a Tums problem.
Was not a Tums problem. I was going to check it first.
Elise was right on.
Yeah.
When I told her, she came in like on Thursday and I go, well, you were right. And she looked at me and she goes, what are you talking about? I go, Tanner had a heart attack. And her like face just like was like, what? And I was like, hey, look at you go.
Yeah.
He might have actually listened to you. You might have saved him. I did ask him to pick his weights up before he died, though.
Doug helped me unload.
Because I was like, if you're gonna go down, at least pick the weights up first. So you left here.
Yep.
Go on.
So I ended up just driving to the emergency room, which apparently it's not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to drive yourself to the emergency room while you're having a heart attack.
That's true.
Yeah. Went to the wrong emergency room.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a confusing area.
Well, especially if you're having a heart attack and you're just like, I just saw a red sign. So I turned into Children's and I went in there and they're like, I'm having chest pains. And they're like, do you want to be here? Because this is Children's Hospital. And I was like, they're like, Methodist is across the street. And so I walk out and leave. Apparently that is not what they're supposed to do.
Right. They're supposed to take you in and then wheel you over there.
Or do something.
Or do something right there.
Yeah. They're like a trauma center.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to do their trauma shit. But when I got over to Methodist, parked the car, pissed Nicole off because I told her exactly where I was at in the parking garage. And she was like, oh, he knew. Like something bad was happening. But got in there and apparently when you walk into emergency room and you have chest pains, you like skip go.
You go to the front of the line.
Don't pass go.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
They like, I was like, you want my insurance card? Like, we'll do that later. I'm like, okay. Well, then they hooked me up to like a EKG, and then the lady like kind of just rips the EKG like paper off. She's like, what room are we going to? And they're like 5. And when I get to 5, there's 10 people waiting there for me. Doctor's like, you're having a heart attack. And I was like, now? Yeah. All right.
So what is considered, when does the heart attack start? That's what I was wondering. When is it like, you know what I mean?
So
like,
when they did the EKG, they're like, there's something wrong with your right side. So
it's electrical misfiring. It's like the heart.
No, I know, but you have like the blockage. So you mean, was the heart attack here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you start feeling chest pains, that's the heart attack?
Yeah.
Or does something happen that, you know what I mean?
Well, the chest pain is probably the symptom of what's happening inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it's blocked, the heart will try to fight against it, and then eventually like it runs into issues, and it's like it just starts to misfire because it's getting bad feedback.
Matt and I did figure out if you would have waited like however longer, it makes its own new routes to go around that. I don't know how long I have to wait for that.
It takes a year or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes new pathways around it. So next time.
Yeah. You just do damage
wait it
to your
out.
heart.
Yeah.
They and then they just start like prepping it immediately. I didn't realize it, and I've got some mixed information, but I didn't realize I was like lucid, like awake, like during everything.
But you weren't supposed to be, though.
I don't know. They gave me some fentanyl. Apparently, fentanyl does not react to me like it reacts to everyone else.
Did you tell them your prior history?
It's like, I'm a pro at this shit.
Yeah, I've been
Not
to
a
jail.
fentanyl, but, you know, done a few drugs in my
The
life.
spices, yeah.
Yeah. The surgeon actually told me to quit asking him questions during the procedure because he had to focus on my heart.
Were you asking him if the 95 Husker team, he considers them to be the best team ever?
No, I think I was asking. Well, I was asking a bunch of questions because I was freaked out they were going to like crack me open.
Did you ask him if Israel was responsible for this?
No, I did.
He knows that it is.
Yeah. Actually, someone, Ron, messaged me. He's like, "How many microchips do you place in you? Do you think we're placing you during this procedure?"
I specifically told him, he said, do you think I should reach out to Tanner? I said, don't say anything to Ryan about me. I specifically said that.
What are you going to say to him?
Yeah. All right, so you're quizzing the doctor.
Yeah, and they got the stents put in. They asked me actually when I got in the surgery room that. By the way, operating rooms, like the only time I've ever seen one was on TV. And when I was wheeled in, I like the thought went through my head, but I didn't say it because I didn't want to be a nerd. But I was like, God, this looks like TV.
Are we on TV right now? Are you guys filming me?
Especially like the emergency stuff. Like there's a new one, The Pit, I think is one of them. And then there's another ER show that are like, they are real.
Yeah.
The trauma rooms and stuff, like they're fucking cool.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
I was like, this looks like TV.
Yeah, this is
but I've never seen one.
Where are
of
the
these.
cameras?
Yeah, I've never seen one of these before.
All right, when you guys call cut and tell me it was a joke.
But they asked me, like, what kind of music do you want to listen to? It's like, I really don't care. They're like, that's kind of dangerous
Anything.
to say.
Yeah.
Did you say I sit in silence?
And then a couple minutes later, I'm like, I want 80s power ballads. And the first thing that came on was like Beastie Boys, like No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I'm like, this is good. Yeah.
Nice.
But the only part that the only time that I was like, I mean, I was scared, obviously, but so Nicole was actually with her grandma for surgery. So she was trying to figure out like how to get someone there. So when her grandma came out of surgery, there was someone to take her. Yes. And then so she called Molly and had Molly leave school to come. So I wasn't, there was someone there. When Molly got there, I mean, she didn't come back because I was being prepped. But they get on the phone. They're like, well, his daughter's here. And they're like, okay, send the chaplain. And I like look around, like, am I going to die?
That's a aggressive jump.
They're like, you're fine. They're fine. But I mean, she's 17.
Yeah, you want a chaplain for her to like be there.
But like,
Yeah,
his daughter's here, send the chaplain.
Wait a minute, hold on a second.
They should have called me. I'm a reverend.
Yeah.
Reverend Lord, even.
Yeah. Damn it. Missed opportunity.
Yeah. When I was in the car driving, Nicole goes, Brett, you'll let you leave? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I told him not to let you leave, and he said you're already gone.
You know what? I'm going to go back and reference my text messages because I don't think I had a chance to reply to her. Because she told me to take you, and I thought because you were annoying. She was just like, will you take Tanner? And I thought she was going to say, because he's annoying. But then she said, so you're having these chest pains. They're gone. Where'd they go? I did a different phone and got a death. Now they're gone.
Sure.
But she was like, will you take him? And I was, before I could, and then it was like, before
Like
I could
for
reply,
better or
she
for
texted
worse?
again and was like, talking about you having chest pains. And before I could reply, you were like walking by.
But Aaron's dad did the same thing. He was having a hard
Yeah,
time.
that's what it said.
Feeling bad, and he just like drove himself to the hospital. And he remembers telling Yola, he's like, oh, it's parked right out front in like that one stall. It was not. It was like cockeyed across like 4 stalls. And like by the time he got in, like he was not totally with it. Like he did fine, and they just did the same thing, like extended him and stuff. But yeah, he was just like, I don't feel very good. I'm I think I'm just going to go to the hospital. Oh, it was work. That's what it was. It was a secretary was like, you should go. She's like, let me call you an ambulance. And he was like, okay. And then just got up and left and got in his car.
Well, I'm like, if this is just heartburn, I don't want to call the ambulances are expensive. And,
Dude, that's like a $1,500 ride.
and I don't want to call an ambulance for heartburn. But I don't get heartburn, so I don't know what heartburn really feels like.
It feels like a heart attack.
Yeah. Great. That's
Cool.
That's a good reference point for later.
Yeah, I think that is like one thing that is like the misnomer with heart attacks is like everyone's like, oh, like arm pain.
Well, that's
And they're like, oh, that's what it should be. But it presents differently in a lot of people. Like I think the biggest complaint for men is like pressure. Like there's some chest pain, but it just feels like someone's just kind of pushing.
But I had no pressure. I had no radiating jaw pain. I had no arm pain.
Nothing.
I literally just like it just felt like it just fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Like, it just hurt.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't having any other symptom, but they had like test your like troponin level, and that's like the damage to your heart.
Okay.
And that can like apparently you can be like the 2-3, like some people like 1,000. I was 21.
Okay.
Like 200-300 is like normal, but I was 21. Like I caught it super early.
Yeah.
The surgeon said he probably did more damage putting the stents in to my heart than actually the heart
The
attack.
heart attack itself. Yeah. Yeah. It also makes you wonder, like, if you hadn't done anything and if you were only at that level, would your heart have been like, okay, and like work past it? Then you just don't know. You just think like you had. Because like my dad.
It was 100% blocked.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah. And so like, that's what I was telling Brett, we were joking about, like, so the 100% blocked, I was trying to do research because that's what they told my dad is he had 2 that were 100% blocked. And I'm like, hold on a second. There's only so many arteries that go to the heart. What does that mean if it's 100% blocked? And so it's anywhere it's from like anything from 80 to 90% plus is considered 100% blocked. But the body will also take like and make other little capillaries and stuff and like little mini arteries to go around the blockage, but they're not nearly as effective as obviously the main pipeline. That's what I always wondered is like, how can something be 100% blocked, but like you're not dead yet?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, that's neat.
But when we talked about those calcium scans, Matt said, I thought you had one of those.
I did.
And it didn't pick this up?
Did pick that one up, pick the other one up. I still have an issue. Like the big one, the LAD is still 50% blocked.
So why didn't they do that while they were in there?
Can't like pre-do a stent. I don't think.
No, I'm pretty
And they can't really clean it out. They can. I mean, I've done a ton of research on this. Like there's a thing called a Watchman and there's other things, but like being 46, they're just putting a lot of like hardware, like other stuff in there that they're trying not to do. So
they're just hoping it's not ever going to get more than 50% or what?
kind of. So like super huge heart attack benefit, if you ever want to know, is that insurance companies quit fucking around. So I did not, still won't be. And so my cholesterol was like 250, like 7 months ago when I started, like, that's when I ended up with the calcium scan.
250?
It's not. Here, just for everyone's information, your cholesterol number is not that important. It's not.
No, it's the blockage if you have any buildup.
Well, but it's your ApoB number. Because, so what ApoB is your carriers. That's how many carriers you have. So millions of people have heart attacks with completely normal cholesterol levels, with completely normal LDL levels, because their ApoB is high. ApoB is the number of carriers. So it's like the number of bullets you have. So if you have a high ApoB, and a lot of that's just genetic, you have it or you don't, right? Then you have a lot of like bullets like hitting your arteries. So and the little ones, if you have a lot of them, they're little, they can get stuck easy. They can get stuck in any kind of crevice and they build up. If you have a low ApoB, then you have big carriers. Big carriers don't get stuck; they just float through. So your cholesterol number is almost irrelevant. And cholesterol, once again, is super important for your brain. It's super important for your hormones. Converts to vitamin D3 in the sun. Like cholesterol is not necessarily good or bad. I mean, it's it's not necessarily bad. Even high cholesterol is not bad. That cholesterol number was 300 up until 1979. Yeah. And the reason was, and you can go back, this is documented, the people who deemed cholesterol bad and sugar okay during that study were paid off. They were paid like 50 grand, or it wasn't even that much money. It might have been a lot of money in the 70s, but they were paid. Like, this was like, cholesterol's not that bad. I don't even know why they run your cholesterol number, because it really tells you nothing.
Well, it's a measurable number that they can then quantify and prescribe drugs for.
Yeah, but ApoB,
right, which is way more important.
Yeah, and your ApoA, your HDL carriers, your LDL carriers, like your LP little a. And it's funny because when I went back, I pulled up my notes because I have a bunch of notes on this, and it's like March of 24, get your ApoB checked, like, and then PCSK9 inhibitor is what I wanted. Mm-hmm. Like, because that is actually helping your liver help shed your cholesterol, get rid of your LDL-C, and can lower your ApoB. But you have to fail level 1 statin with insurance companies, and then level 2 statin, and then level 3 statin before they'll put your ass on it. So after this whole thing happened, I'm like looking at like GoodRx. I'm like, well, $239 a month. I don't really want to pay $239 a month, but I can pay $239 a month for Repatha, this PCSK9 inhibitor. Like, if my insurance company won't get it, because that's what I want. Like, that's the drug that I think will actually help my issue. Well, heart attack card. Guess what? I just went for my follow-up, not even with my cardiologist, was with my general practice, because when you go to the hospital,
like, you should go see your doctor. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
And I was like, do you think I can get like Repatha? He's like, yeah, we'll write your prescription. You've had a heart attack. You should be fine. I'm like, it's like $25.
Yeah.
Sweet. Don't have to fail this bullshit.
Yeah.
But my cholesterol in the hospital unfasted was 192 because I've been taking citrus bergamot, and I've been doing like I've been doing things. I've like shed any kind of extra weight I have. Just like, I don't need the extra weight for my heart. Like, I knew this was a possibility. So I was doing things proactively, but like citrus bergamot took my cholesterol back to my cholesterol is like on my chart. My cholesterol is at completely normal level. It still had a heart attack.
So when you did that calcium scan, they picked up this one though, or they didn't see this one at all?
That one at all. Which may not be a calcium. So it's not a calcium buildup, right? So it just hadn't calcified. Calcium scans are good. But once again, like, the only way to know about 100% know about blockage is to do an angiogram. So they went through my groin. They can go through your wrist. Just depends. And then just get a camera up there and see what's going on. But the good thing about that Repatha is it can actually decrease arterial blockage.
Because it's the Repatha, because I know that there's the regular statins, and then there's some something acid that's like a little bit better than a statin, and then there's that PCSK9 inhibitor, and the inhibitor is the one that works with your liver to take it out of like your general blood flow, but it doesn't reduce brain cholesterol. Yes. Which, like, the statins in general reduce all cholesterol.
So the thing about statins is they just kill your cholesterol. Mm-hmm. Right. And once again, cholesterol is important. It's important in your body. Cholesterol is not the demon. It just isn't. But there are certain things, especially genetically, that just remember, food cholesterol does not affect blood cholesterol on a long-term basis. It does not. Mm-hmm. If I eat bacon for a week and then I go get my cholesterol checked, my cholesterol will be higher. Yes. But if I just do it, if I just take the next week and don't, it'll go back to normal. Yeah. So it can. Now, there are some things, like if you eat a ton, if you have a very saturated, if you have a very shitty diet, you are basically, you can fuck your liver up to where now you can have some problems, right? Where it's not shedding everything it should. So diet isn't just completely unimportant, but the whole oh, you can only eat chicken and no fat. Do you mean to tell you? So I had to take a quiz for cardiac rehab, which is really funny, by the way, because apparently cardiac rehab doesn't start like I had a heart attack on Tuesday and was at cardiac rehab on Friday, and apparently that's not normal. Everyone else in there is like 4 to 8 weeks out from.
So why was yours?
Because my heart was, I was fine. Like I was like even my Matt. There's a score. Like they have like a. I can't remember the name. There's like a score for damage on your heart. And like I am like right, even post heart attack, I was like right at normal, like the low end of normal. Like there wasn't a ton of damage done. So, but I had to take a quiz, right? And they're like, so a heart healthy diet, does that mean low fat, A, B, low sodium, C, more sugar, or D, A, and B? And I'm like, well, I know the answer you want me to circle is D. However, on this heart healthy menu you've been having me order off of in the hospital, I could only order so much fat. So I had to eat chicken. And if I wanted, like, I could order like a chicken rice bowl and a chicken salad. But if I order a hamburger, that's all my fat for the meal, right? However, you know, I could order as fucking much as I wanted. Orange sherbet and freaking Italian ices. And I did order them because I was hungry and they wouldn't fucking feed me. So, yeah, they don't give a shit about that because there's no fat in it. It's like, oh, no, there's just like 30 grams of sugar in this little cup. But, you know, orange sherbet's pretty good. So I'm going to have it.
That's true. That's pretty good.
So what do you think lifestyle-wise you're going to change?
I mean, I just have to be a little. I'm going to end up doing more cardio. I've done 30 minutes of cardio every day since they allowed me to. I could only get my heart rate up to like 20 beats above resting, but then I was cleared for 30 beats above resting on Thursday. Yeah.
What's your resting? Did they tell you?
120.
That's mine.
No, my resting was. Like, it's between like 81 and 90. So when I figured out my resting heart rate at the cardiac rehab is where they were spacing it off of, I was like, oh, I'm just going to take the stairs. I'm going to get this elevated
Get this up a little bit.
Yeah. I want to go in there like 76 and like not be able to get to 100.
I'm going to put my finger on the scale just a little bit.
So I'm going to take the stairs. We're going to move. We're going to get moving a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically when you like steady state cardio.
Yeah, very much. But I should be. I mean, I got to lift 10-pound dumbbells yesterday. It's pretty sweet.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal.
It is really funny though because they're like, we have to be worried about lifting heavy. They're like, well, you know, like maybe something you can do 10 times. I'm like, okay, so like if I'm benching, I can do 285 for 10. Like, no. I'm like, yeah, you don't know what to do. Like, you don't know what to tell me. Like, right. Yeah, I just need you to like, what should I?
But what's the weight got to do with it? It should be the strain level. But if your 10 times at 285 is the same strain as someone with a bar, it should be your strain level. It shouldn't be a set weight.
Well, part of it is strain level, but your strain is. Yes, I was actually having this argument.
You were arguing with the
That's
doctor?
A shocker.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all.
But my level was I couldn't lift anything more than a gallon of milk.
Did you say, well, how am I going to go to the bathroom?
But I'm like, there's no way a gallon of milk is the same for me as some 80-year-old lady who has a heart attack. Like, I know you have to
like
throw
the relative strain is different.
But I know I did figure out part of it was they have a plug in my femoral artery, like a collagen plug.
And you want it to stay there.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that to pop out.
What if you're pushing on a poo or you're on a stool softener right now?
No, I'm not on a stool softener, but that is actually a worry.
Yeah, just pushing on a poo and then launching that out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make you go to sleep real fast.
Yeah. Not driving yourself to the hospital on that one.
Not with that one.
Probably trying to tourniquet yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll I'll just be smart about it. I'll probably just do mainly like machines and things that aren't, well, I'm not supposed to lift above my head for a while.
So when can you hit the road to 300 strict press again?
Yeah, I don't know.
After the first of the year, I think it'll be fine.
They kind of took some of, my cardiologist just don't be stupid.
Right.
Oh, well, it's kind of what I do.
Let's define stupid here, right?
Yeah, that's a wide definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, like, that's got to be a challenge for doctors to handle people who are like outside the normal, right? So someone like yourself comes in, like you said, lifting a gallon of milk for you is different than their normal audience.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, they have to give that general guidance.
They have to.
We're like, I can carry 3 at one time, actually. On a normal day.
Since 2002, I've made all my groceries in one trip.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Have you look at the Costco box I freaking grabbed? Freaking wife of loads 10 bags of flour in there, knowing that I'll just carry it down
Right.
there.
One trip.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, he was in here. He was in here the other day. They leave. I see Nicole come back in. She goes, "Oh, he forgot his phone." I go, "Oh, and he had a heart attack, so he can't come back in and get his phone."
She's like, "I'll go get it for you."
Don't want you to strain yourself.
I do have a heart attack.
That's like when Matt had his fucking wiener surgery.
Oh yeah.
Anyone to leave anywhere, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm a dick," and so they just leave.
That was great.
He didn't have an enhancement, if anybody's wondering. He didn't make
No, it
it
was a
bigger.
reduction.
But yeah, just be somewhere. I gotta go. My dick hurts.
Oh, my dick. Gotta go.
But blood thinners are no bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, you'll leak a lot.
So I cut my finger, cooking. I was being an idiot, but and I was like, oh, so I just threw a Band-Aid on it, and then we were dealing with jalapenos and cooking shit, so I threw some gloves on, and fucking took my glove off. I was like, oh fuck, and there's just fucking blood everywhere.
They fucking work.
Dude, everywhere. Gloves just drip on my eye.
Are you on a Plavix or something?
Well,
Put it
because,
above your head then, or what?
yeah. So Nicole's she wraps it my finger's gonna fall off. I mean,
Yeah.
she does her job. I mean,
Just
she
do
takes care
the
of
dog
me.
when you cut the dog's toenail a little short. Just dip it in some cornstarch. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, I need you to sit down and put it above your head. So I'm sitting there, have my hand above my head. And then it's shoulder hurts a little bit. So I put my hand down. She comes around the corner. I'm like,
It's fine. We're good.
Oh yeah. She doesn't realize how far it is to get around your head. It's a long ways.
so, but then I'm just so guys like solutions.
Yes.
This is why guys don't like talking about problems they can't solve.
Yes.
Because it doesn't make us feel better. It makes us feel worse. Because if we don't solve it, then our brain gets all fucked up. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to be on these fucking things for a year. I'm not going to be in a goddamn bubble. So I was like, I'm going to make a fucking kit. I'm going to keep a
stop
kit in my
the bleed
car.
kit, yeah.
So I have some hemostatic or I don't know, some gauze that will stop.
Hemostatic gauze that has a blood clot
Yeah.
component.
And then I got a blood stick thing, and then I got some other stuff. I'm I'm just gonna got some bandages. I'm just gonna put it in my car. If I cut myself at work or cut myself out, cut myself at the gym, whatever, I have it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I felt better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's surprising how well those things work.
You gotta
You
take
get a little nick.
You gotta take them for a year. Those blood thinners.
So the thing is that
At least 6 months.
it's a year for the stents.
Okay.
It's just because they don't want the platelets. So it's stental thrombosis. I think it's what it's called. They don't want the stents catching your platelets.
Yeah.
So it's more about making everything slippery so they don't catch while your body adjusts to having a piece of metal in your artery.
Yeah, because they'll catch and build up, and then they create a blood clot, and that's
Yeah.
not good either.
So now when I cut myself, they loaded me up IV Plavix or whatever the hell it was. I'm sure my blood is not that thin like today.
Today, yeah.
I mean, it's thin because I'm taking a baby aspirin and Plavix. But yeah. But after
You have a couple drinks. She's gonna be able to take advantage of you.
yeah, I don't think I'm drinking.
You're gonna bump into random shit and get like stupid bruises too.
Oh well, so they loaded me up with all this stuff,
Yeah.
and then they had to like do a echocardiogram, and like I have like a bruise.
Yeah.
Because he was like freaking. He's like I like need to get to this, and he's like jabbing in there with his little
Little ultrasound
Yeah.
gun. Yeah.
and I'd like bruise. I'm like, where the fuck did this bruise come from? I was like, I can't bruise from the inside, and then I was like, oh, it's ultrasound.
Yeah.
So yeah, stupid bruises,
Yep.
and I don't bruise. Like I
Well, now.
rarely bruise. I probably will now. Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore. Well, you survived.
Yeah. I was probably the most annoying patient there. Like on Wednesday.
You think you're just an annoying patient?
No, I think they liked me.
I just meant in general. Like,
No, well, so they like came in with Lipitor. So this male nurse, and then he had like a student there. They come in, and I'd already told them like I'm not taking certain things. Like I'm not taking Lipitor. There's some other shit. I'm like, no, we're good. Like I have my cholesterol, and like my cholesterol's down. Like I don't need your bullshit. Like I'm not taking a statin. So he comes in, and Steve's there, and they're like, he comes in, he's like, well, your heart rate's up. So they want you to take this pill. I'm like, my heart rate's up because Steve just beat me 5 times in Jenga. Like, this is why my heart rate's up. Like, they tried to give it to me the day before because my blood pressure was up, but my blood pressure cuff was on my elbow and I couldn't get it to stay up. So it was like going off. It's like, no, just like take it. It's like 117 over 72. Like, I don't want it lower. He comes in and he's like, no, you're not going to take this, but I have to ask. And he's like being like really like standoffish kind of. And Steve's like, what was that about? It's like, I got him trained. They know. Like
every fucking buddy goes on shift. This fucking guy.
Is that guy still there? Fuck.
actually that,
Hope he codes.
that one lady who comes here.
Yeah, Brittany.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a super nice girl.
She was my overnight nurse twice. She had both nights. But like I was like on Tuesday, I'm like, all right, they're like, we're gonna try and get you in a chair. I'm like, let's get in a chair. They're like, okay, we'll walk later. Their other nurse comes in, like, when we walking? Like, let's get this shit
They
moving.
make you hold that heart pillow while you were walking.
No.
That's only when they crack you open.
Oh, Amber's uncle had to do that. He had to hold the heart pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm super happy I didn't have to get cracked
Yeah,
open.
that's inconvenient.
Yeah.
Very inconvenient.
Yeah, guy at cardiac rehab. Well, because I had to go to a different time yesterday, and like when I walked in, it's like a fucking zoo animal. This guy's like, "You shouldn't be here." I'm like, "I'm telling you, I know."
Right. You just want to sign my paperwork, just like my PO. Like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I need to do what these people say. So I can.
Yeah.
But they're like, the first day they're like, you have to do 30 watts, and I'm like, just pedal. It wasn't paying. I'm like at 70. I'm like, they're like 30.
So are you going to this one, or can you go to any location to do it? Like, can you go out to the one on 192nd?
No, it says this one or Fremont, so I'm just going to this one.
Oh. I mean, I know the 192nd one is the women's hospital, but I didn't know if they had like a cardiac.
They really can't do dick. They would have transferred me anyways.
Maybe. Or just told you to head out on your own.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at the wrong one.
You're not a woman. Don't question my gender.
Yeah.
You're at the wrong hospital, idiot. Get out of here.
Nicole was so pissed. Super pissed.
That you drove yourself?
She was pissed about
Just
that.
in
but
general.
She was pissed that they didn't do something. Like they should have actually not let me leave.
Yeah.
Like by law.
Yeah, I think, there's some that they have to take. At least like triage you or call someone from the adult side to come over.
Yeah.
But, yeah. They also get just a lot of scumbags down there.
Yeah, apparently chest pain's not something you can. And since I was actively having a heart attack, that doesn't. Like if I would have had heartburn, then they would have been like, well, this is.
Yeah, I'm sure they identify their frequent flyers who come in and say, "Oh, I have chest pain." And they're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, me too.
Right.
The nurse is probably, yeah, me too.
They were quick.
Yeah.
Like by the time when I walked in there to when I was in my room was maybe an hour and a half, under 2 hours.
Well, I don't
Like when I was like actually like post
Yeah,
operation.
after the stent. Yeah. Did they take you down to the cath lab and get you like measured up and stuff, or they just hooked you up to the EKG and were like, "Whoop, let's go."
Yeah, I mean, it was all they did the cath and the stent in the same place.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know if we said that last week, but when I had that message timeline, basically from the time that I told Nicole you were leaving to go to the hospital to the time she texted me and told me that you had the 2 stents put in, it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So from driving to being in basically like a recovery room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
good.
it was like 2 hours. I think it was like 2 hours because it was like 10 after 9. And then she texted me like at 10:30 and said that they were taking you back. And then she said I went running for 45 minutes, so I waited 50 minutes, and I was like, "Yo,
Hey, it's been 46 minutes.
yeah." And then that's where, and that was like, so it was like 11:30ish, I think.
Yeah.
And that was like, he's in his room. And then a little while later, I asked how you were doing, and she said, "Same Tanner." Because I said, "Well, how are you doing?" And then she said, "I'm good." Tanner, same stubborn Tanner. I go, "Well, that's good. He's doing all right. He's still gay, but at least he's doing all right."
Yeah, the the phlebotomist came in like at 4 a.m, and like I just started talking, like we were just talking, and he just went off. He just got a new mattress, okay? So he was fucking telling me all because he said something about me sleep. I'm like, yeah, it's not the most comfortable. He's like, oh yeah, I just got a new mattress and going through. He's like, and like you can adjust your side for like it can help out with like snoring or sleep apnea or whatever. And I was like, oh, I could help her with her sleep apnea. She's on the couch and she's like, fuck you. I don't have sleep apnea. He thought it was funny, but yeah. But apparently fentanyl like actually just makes me like talk a lot.
More than already, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I was just fucking ready to go.
So they cut you off of that, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, figured.
Yeah. I was talking with a doctor. They're like, you're not really supposed to remember like being down there. I'm like, oh, I know. Like, they should have given me more drugs.
Yeah. Can I have some more, please? Bing. Wild.
Yeah.
So what's the plan with the 50%? Get it checked every year, every 6 months or something? Or what are you going to do with that one?
Well, another heart attack card. I was like, I told Nicole, I was like, I will probably just see if they'll schedule it. It's like only $100. I'll just schedule it
Calcium
yearly.
scan thing.
And she's like, you just had a heart attack. It's probably free now. It's like, there we go.
Yeah.
Haven't got this bill from the fucking hospital yet. But
So, and then you said for that what AB?
ABOB.
ApoB,
So ApoB, they said it's an additional test normally.
yeah, you have to ask for it.
Yeah.
Will they do that on a regular lipid panel though?
No. No,
Like,
you-
will they add that to that, or is that an additional charge? That's what I mean. Is like,
It's probably an additional charge.
I'm sure it's an additional charge, but they have everything they need.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but I just don't understand why they can't just add it to your regular lipid panel.
well, it's the same thing. Like I told the story of like my creatinine level is high, and they're like they marked me down as stage 3 kidney disease.
Yeah, Chris had that too.
Yeah, and then it's like run a fucking cystatin C test. Like run the test that'll tell you your GFR. Like you're fine. You know, like you don't like there are numbers that are indicators for more tests. They're not indicators that there's a problem. And a lot of people just don't know it. Whatever. Like, no, I'm not a doctor. Like, I'm not. But I will tell you, when I've asked for some of these tests, my doctors ask me, what is that? So, like, it doesn't mean that I can't know anything.
Right.
I'm just saying, just get it checked, especially. So once again,
So you want that number to be low or high?
low.
Yeah.
So under 90,
Just so the people out here know.
you want it under 90. Post heart attack, if you've had like a cardiac event, then they want it under 60. But mine was 150, like last year.
That's genetic then?
Your APOB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of it's genetic.
Yep.
And that's the one that gets like when you see people who you don't think should have had a heart attack have a heart attack, that's the number that's usually the problem.
Yeah. 'Cause I think mine was 140, and I have and so you're talking about the carriers. So like you can either have big fluffy is like the best.
Yeah.
Because they're lightweight, they flow through, they don't get hung up on stuff. Small dense is like the worst because they stick and they're small and they're tiny. And I have super high volumes of the small dense ones.
That's what I do too.
And I'm like, cool.
So that's why
That's the higher risk indicator.
So they put you on something?
Yeah, so I would take a rosuvastatin, like it's a statin, super low end. But that's just because like insurance wouldn't cover the other two at all. And at the time when I looked, they were like $1,500 a month for those. And I was like, that's fine. I mean, for me, like the risk factor was high enough in there. And like my family history of people having heart attacks and having shitty cholesterol, I was like, that's fine. I'll roll the dice with taking a statin to like get that number lower. But I won't go up another dose from where I'm at.
So is it lower?
It's a little bit better.
Yeah, but that Repatha can like lower like 50 to 60%.
Yeah.
The one that you're taking or the one you're taking?
The one I'm taking.
Oh, yeah.
And so mine will like reduce it, but mine, like a statin reduces total blood cholesterol. And it's like your brain likes cholesterol to function. And so the one that Tanner's talking about, it works with the liver to pull it out of, either not make it or pull it out of the bloodstream. But either
Pulls
way,
out the bloodstream.
But it doesn't impact brain cholesterol.
So the thing about statins is that like to get to Repatha, you have to fail. So like if you have really bad muscle aches, that could be a failure, right? But you have to fail like the 3 levels of statins.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's like there's 3 different types of statin that they run with, and then there's that one acid one that they'll try, and then that one is like, at least for ours, was the final, like you have to fail all of them. And I was like, that's fine.
But hopefully they just move off of statin. Wait, so I understand that sometimes, or I understand that people get confused with like, your LDL's high, so obviously there's a problem, right? Like, no. So the best analogy that I've had is that, like, let's just say like we're in an empty parking lot and I have 10,000 pounds of cholesterol and I put it on 1,000 pounds on 10 dump trucks and I have them drive around in a circle, right? Drive around the parking lot. The chances of them hitting each other are very low. There's only 10 of them, giant parking lot. Now, if I take that same 10,000 pounds of cholesterol and I put 1 pound on one of those little fucking scooters and I ran 10,000 scooters around the parking lot, now they're going to bump and crash, right? So like that's the difference. It's like it doesn't really matter the amount of cholesterol you have. You can have a good number, you can have a bad number. It doesn't really matter. It's how many carriers do you have, what kind of carriers do you have, and then your LP little a is the stickiness. So it's like their cholesterol like basically like develops like a freaking tail, like your carrier, like your protein carrier like develops a tail and it like they can get stuck into things easier.
Yeah.
So like those are the numbers that are going to tell you your risk factors. Like your cholesterol number is just like, I mean, it's fucking irrelevant.
I mean, generally, but the more cholesterol you have, like if you have the higher your cholesterol number, the more you have, the more likely on a huge population, like something could go awry. But to your point earlier, like having a high cholesterol number would only be like, okay, well, let's see what kind of cholesterol it is.
Which my doctor never did.
Yeah.
Like when I had high cholesterol, I said, well, the statin. I was like, I want an ApoB test. So like I had to ask for it. And then my ApoB came back bad. And I was like, okay, I want a calcium scan. Like I want to know what's going on. Like I'm not just going to take your statin. Like that's not like I can lower my cholesterol. I'll figure it out. But that's not the number I'm like super worried about. I'm worried about this ApoB number. Like that's what I'm worried about.
That's the real indicator.
All right. Well, there you go. Just educating the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can ask to have ApoB like included on your blood panel. It's generally not because it's not part of like
your lipid panel.
Yeah, like the normal recommendation.
They looked at mine just to see if it would happen to be on there, but
yeah, but you can ask them to add. I mean, it can't be that expensive, but I think it's well worth it. Just at least have it done once. Like
just to know where you're at.
Once, just to have a general idea of where your baseline is.
Well, because you'll know once again, it's fairly your body's it's your body's ApoB. It's like it moves a lot. Like you can make it move with like drugs,
right?
But it's not like you're going to do anything in your lifestyle that's going to change your ApoB that
it's going to
much.
have a huge impact.
And like your LP little a, literally 0% affected by lifestyle. Like, it doesn't matter. You could do whatever the fuck you want. You could be a complete shithead or completely perfect, and it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
But especially for, like, it just in this day and age of, I would say, like, fast food type medicine, you know, where they're moving patients through, like, they have all the, like, you have to be an advocate for yourself, and it's your responsibility. Like, here's the thing. Number one cause of death in the United States, cancer. Number 2, heart disease, right? So it's like, well, you don't have this shit under control. I can't look at other things. Like, you haven't figured it out yet. And number 3 is medical error. Okay? So, like, they're not perfect.
That's why it's called practicing medicine.
Yeah. They're not perfect. So it's your responsibility. It's your life. It's your body. Like, it's your responsibility to, like, be educated.
Yeah. You guys got anything else?
I was just looking up because I had that. I'm due to go back. I think I go back in January for that Function Health panel where they do like a gazillion things. But we were talking about it because I remember they measure that stuff. And my APOB, was 133, and my LP little a is 183. And a good number, like Tanner said, for the APOB is 80 or 90, and lower is good. And the LP little a, like, ideal is somewhere around like 30 to 50, and over 100 is very high.
So you have little carriers, and they're sticky.
Yep, little carriers, super dense, and they're really sticky.
Yeah.
Which is like the worst cholesterol combination.
You need to fail statins.
So I'm walking on borrowed time.
You need. Well, here's the thing. You should be able to get, once again, 239 was a Repatha with that was everywhere on GoodRx. So I was gonna pay it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'll pay it and I'll figure it out. Oh, and Repatha also has a copay card. So if you get a prescription and they not covered or whatever, like, or your insurance sucks or they won't pay you enough for it, you can get a copay card, and Repatha will actually cover like part of it. So you just have a little card and like you show it.
Oh,
and you can get a discount. So
nice. All right.
all right.
Well, glad you're alive.
Yay.
Yay. Yay. All right, guys. Get yourself checked out. Like Tanner said, be an advocate for yourself. I'm not saying you got to question your doctors, but sometimes
You can ask your doctor.
they just don't deal with everything, so they don't always have. Doctors don't know everything, and they know that. Don't just assume that they should know and then be pissed when they don't, because they deal with a lot of people and a lot of different things. It's not always their fault they don't know something.
Your general practice doctor cannot know everything.
Yeah, he's just in general. He's trying to hit every major point, but some of the minor points you got to help him out with sometimes.
Yep.
So, all right, like, subscribe, share. We appreciate you listening. We'll see you next time.